What does it say? Why does it say I'm not live? There it is. Now it's saying that I'm live. Gosh, you used an old stream key once. This time goes, hey, you don't need to use that again, do you? I should probably check to see whether or not they changed it. It's beside the point. Anyway, whoever the heck's gonna be here in the long run, I don't really care. I prefer my stream to be somewhat small. But I'm gonna be playing some Mars Logistics. I know that last time I kind of teased about doing Blender, but that was supposed to be a side comment about me not doing that. I'm not doing Blender for a little bit because the computer's out of commission. Other than that, we're doing Mars Logistics about it a little bit after Christmas because I got a Christmas present of Steam money, so I bought some Mars Logistics. And we're going to start that up now. If you don't know what Mars Logistics is, it's a vehicle customization game, effectively. Hope you enjoy it. Note to self, never use anything but Windows Capture 10 and up. That is horrifying. What the crap? Am I or won't show up because okay. Stream mischief? I don't know, but it's breaking things, so I'm not gonna put that back on. There we go. Okay, now that I minimized it for the second time, who wants to think and watch me play something that is completely and totally plain fun? We're going to get this number. I'm at list 4. The stream definitely did not just go through some complications. It should be fine. I don't see anything that's horrifically doxy on this stuff, so it should be fine. Either way, that was objectionable from my perspective. We're gonna get back to it. Yikers snipers. Little panic before things start up. Let's get started. Let's see. Anything on the stick chat? Nothing. Thank goodness. Yep, normal controls. Nothing on the chat. Get used to these. Camera controls, shaky butts. And everything seems just fine. There we go. I think I could go over here. Give me a second. Sorry. It is streaming. How inconvenient. There's tabs map. Okay. That's nice. Let's get to work before any more panicking occurs, because that was just just whatever the crap that was. No chat so far. No one saw my chain. That's stupid that was. Probably gonna have to delete that bot after I download it. Forget. Should be fine. Can be objectionable. Don't really care. Speed addict vehicle. hand of this. So attach, remove, copy. Copy. Remove. See about that. Yep. Guess that is remembered from like string Antonio's ship function. Got it. Thank goodness that we have some stinking integral bones here. Okay. Apparently my drone has had alcohol extensively. I have to hold C to do your controls, get on the rest of that. Carry it over here. And that's just the start. There should be more delivery drops now that I can accept. And that's the game loop. We're not at the complex part, to be clear. So, some of that's expected. Crashing. Okay. Wrong button. Wonder what they expect me to do here. Okay, so if we go to inventory, we click on this, click that, click that. No. Go. You got this. We don't get this. We're gonna play that game for a little bit. Although, arguably speaking, I could simplify this a little bit. Use up a crap. Or I could just look at it from another angle. Okay. Oh, that's useless. Come on. does have a lot of, or not a lot of traction to it. There we go. Okay. I keep on reaching for the wrong buttons at the wrong times. What do I want to do here? I'm using the wrong buttons for the wrong buttons. So, how many bearings do we have? One. How many plates do we have? Two. I know what I'm gonna do here. Select the right button, or press the right things at the right times. Might have a little bit more of a shot here. I should probably tell people that I did start streaming. Or I could not. And just do what I'm going to do anyway. This could be simplified. I'm going to do this. Click on that. Go to inventory. Click on that. There. And then, how am I going to do this? Print moves these. Okay, doesn't look quite on it. Go bits, bits, bits. Don't like it. Okay, and then go with it. Yeah, okay. I'll go with it. How if I do that? Yeah, there we go. Okay. Hey, I heard the brakes for the first time. Admittedly, inverting or uninverting the bucket seems to have been a mistake. On the other hand, making the bucket does not seem to. I guess it would be more of a broom. Sweeper, if you will. I'm gonna think and do that back and forth a couple more times apparently. So we got a crate carrier, and I got some new parts, including grippers and bumpers. And a copier. For all those copies. And there's gas. I'm actually gonna save this. Build a blueprint. Ah, wait, I do it in here. Load vehicle. Do you save slot? Okay. Look, seems to be doing pretty good so far. I'm going to continue pressing the wrong button for going to certain spaces. This is going to be a mistake. That's definitely a mistake. That is not what I meant to press. At least connect stuff. Yeah, no. There you go. There we go. I see no mistakes here. So it's exactly what wasn't done. First I forgot. I remember this time. Okay. That. There we go. Changing over to this thing. Q&A, then go. Ah. Back to the beginning we go, back to the beginning we go, hi-ho the bump we throw, back to the beginning we go. This is going to take some finagling. Or luck, yeah. One or the other. I'm just gonna tell Mom I'm streaming. Oh, they have something for this. I'm streaming. Sent them out. Now the stick panic part is over. Now that the fun's over. I'm joking, it wasn't fun. Not for me. But that's all done. I think it's a good idea, just thinking rest it. Site discovered, construction site. Goodbye, tiny little oranges. I can get you back up so I'm not gonna actively speaking panic about it. Please, thinking. My machine, it desires for the edge. Oh, I could just knock through these stinking barriers. Apparently. Probably would have helped some things if I'd actively speaking. You need to figure out how to make the route for rover for every task. Look, this thing's one's dragon. I'm pretty sure I just gotta figure out how to actively control the rover to begin with. Thank you for coming by, though. And as far as if I'm winning or not, my rover desires for the edge. I think that's the proper answer. Although I figured out how to make transparent parts. For or against my favor. That is yet to be determined. So I'd ask chat which job I should do, but it's kind of slow. So I'm just gonna go with the one that's suggested, which is the steel beam main course. Although there's some side jobs that I could do. Pay 130, pay 90, pay 150. I get the most money for it, so I think it's a defendable decision. I do feel kind of weird that there's like no ability to paint the rims. It's just the insides. It's kind of sad. It is what it is. Problem solved. Transparent rover away! Now the music kicks in. Did a half flip. I guess that's also kind of what's disorienting about it. It doesn't have a follow system on the camera. So it tends to actively be a little bit confusing. Makes you confused. Do a halfway. How do I? Is beside the point. So, how do I want to do this? Other than to do it at all. That was previously assumed I would hope. So, there's this thing, but I think these. I don't know these, but I think these. I think. Therefore, I think. I can stick around, but it looks like it sounds great. Hi, and bye, Dwagon. I Chan. Wyvern Chan left. We are not supervised robot. We can do whatever we want. I don't want to burn the house down, so there's not much that I can do. Okay, that's a bad joke. But, I mean, the point sort of takes, I don't really have anything that I would do that's that objectionable that I can think of. That I wouldn't be able to do with my mom around. Okay, I think it's, Mind not helping here. Mind empty, no thoughts. Other than maybe join the Marine Corps. Mayhaps that. Oh, so that's what that's for. Interesting. Yeah. This is fine. Everything is fine, says the dragon. I will take that as a form of approval. Definitely don't want to end it like that, I don't think. But maybe... If I do that, then left click, I'm guessing we'll push it this way. I don't know how well good I feel about that, but I'll see. I'm trying to save up on these things because they're valuable. I love posting it, but I'm being kind of stupid by doing it. I'm doing it with how I'm doing it. Where how I'm doing it. How I'm doing it. Who, how, the how, who. Who and who will. Who and who will testify. The mighty McFly. He who soared off a cliff. Switching paint so I can see. I'll count it. Okay, so we're working on things. So we can do that. Tactically speaking, get some distance. This can actuate as if it were for up and downies, because that's a correct term. That's a scientific term. As long as you don't ask anyone. The science is a state of belief. There we go. Although that means that I can then do that, and also that. That should actually ease things up a lot more. And it looks like one of those robots I saw from the interwebs. So with that notated, I'm gonna give another extension to this thing because it needs one. Because it needs it. Because it sees it. I got no more of those. We got no more of those. If I buy more than anything, I'm gonna buy more of these. So now that we're at the actual construction phase, we're in the Astros phase. Actually, due to the fact that we're doing this, we that actually could be useful. I'm going to copy that, space that, go there, knock that out, browse with it, press buttons, pretend like I know what I'm doing. Mayhaps I do, mayhaps I do not. But this should end in these two being deletable, saving up those resources, meaning that I can then spend those on the actual claw. Now then, how am I gonna handle getting this claw off the ground? That was wrong. No, no, how do I cancel? Okay. There you go. I'm used to right-click being move camera, not stinking kill everything. The destruction of all that I actively had just completed was not my intention, nor my desire. Okay, now that I realized that mayhaps I was the menace all along, that truly wretched thing. One minute too late, I guess. How am I feeling about it? How am I feeling about it? Not quite there yet. Kind of feeling that a little bit more. Why isn't it just... Okay, so that would be this then, right? That's kind of more like a... There we go. That'll do the trick. I kind of want to see where it is without impeding the view. So this is where this will come in. Perfection. Anyway. Flick. My machine has objected to my design. kind of trying to get it to like do like a 90 90% 90-degree rotation. Here, and it's not cooperating for some reason. It's almost like it's not really intending to do that. Okay. Oh wait, I think I got an idea. She'll just. How's that working? Come on. Perfecto. That shouldn't have worked, but it did, and I'm not going to be complaining. Functionality is not made of, it worked, but it is made of it worked so. Indeed. Before I do any more, I'm going to press the escape button instead again, so you have plenty of time. And I'm going to sit down. Pick this thing up. Ooh. Okay, I see now. Mistakes have been made. Rather odd that that works and yet... Oh, whatever. Actually, you know what? I don't need to deal with that. Not what I meant, but, okay, let's get this handled. Okay, that was... Oh, no. Okay, that is why we check. Let's level. Looks machinist level, so we'll leave it there. NASA engineers watching this stream must be amazed at how you handle the blue metal thing Indeed. It is a blue metal bar of blue metal. It's a steel beam. What the crap in the world? There we go. Almost got it this time. They're definitely not amazed by how I actually handle the controls, I'll tell you that. I think that'll do. Are we taking it? There. I think the physics finally kicked in. And it told me to reset my vehicle. But there we go. Stop snaking with the momentum. There we go. Yeah, it's definitely trying to snake and escape me. Trying to escape me now, dingus. I like centrifugal force, buddy. You're not gonna actively use it to get... Oh, let's real quick restructure the thing. Well, actually, how about like a little bit more? And then... And you thought I didn't know how centrifugal force works. Mwah. Also, I know that some people call it like something funny, but I call it centrifugal force because it's circle force. It's force that applies when you effectively spin something in a circle. Like that. Thank you for demonstrating, my little drone. That's centrifugal. Not actually called that. Apparently, there's some stupid word for it, but it's circle. It goes in a circle. I like circles. Circle. That's the answer. Simplistic, easy, fundamentally based in some applicable form of explanation. Ooh, minerals. We're gonna mine those minerals one day. Not quite yet, but soon. Here's where my design becomes quite efficient. As soon as it stops looping, I don't even know what you refer to this as. Okay. Gotcha. I think my design was sufficient. Okay, I got 300 in funds. I'm rich now. I can do donuts inside of the Mars parking lot. Hey, buddy. I'm gonna get them toots. I'm gonna get you. Aww. You think you're safe? Oh, there, Buster. Come for you next. Tormenting death, nuts. Who's gonna get up there now? But I need to. I forgot about that. Go and do the stinking main contract. I have to go up there. It's $200, but these things are pretty cheap. Let's do this. Hey there. I'm driving like Mater. Apparently. My thing keeps on spinning out because it ain't got no traction. Ain't got no oil. No traction, too much weight in the back. I have to counteract every spin. Every turn is a struggle. There we go. There we go. Ease up on it. Ease up on it. How I feel about that? If Rover has a stinking dream of its own that it's thinking about going on, but can't really let it do that, so... Please. Thank you. It likes its donuts. It desires for the donuts, it does. Ironically, backward it does better. Unless it's because of the weight. It should not drive better like this. I am perturbed. It hath no right to actively drive better like this, and yet it does. This is what peak performance looks like. I have regrets. Okay. So, Forgewagon, we seem to be doing quite well. Okay. Any other missions on the side? Nope. Time to go back and terrorize the astronauts some more. Okay, so go ahead and allow me to let you in on a little secret about astronauts. It's not a well-known slur, but technically they are piss drinkers. So if we call them piss drinkers enough, eventually they'll get pissed off, and we can count ourselves as satisfied. What do you think about that? We shall return to harass the piss drinkers. They shall not escape witty remarks. It is time to away! Oh crap, the piss drinkers did not reset the elevator. Stupid piss drinkers don't know how to reset an elevator. Let me do it for you, stupid piss drinkers. Oh, you idiots coming in after sticking Neil Armstrong. Did any of you become president? I don't think so. Silly Patini. What should I call this contraption? Save vehicle. Rename. Atrocity. Atrocity. Mwahahaha. Even the spelling is an atrocity. And then we got the broom. I'm pretty sure I'm actually gonna have to undo that soon. Let's get it going. I forgot to raise my antenna. That is how you must maneuver inside of this device. With antenna raised. And questionably jurisdicted. I'm here for my dish. Oh, it's a mirror. Stinky. Okay, so. It is time. 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 It's the unfortunate time. But time nonetheless. Time is the time of time. Not all the time. But the time is also the time. The time is the time is the time. Okay, nobody likes the time. It's that time again, where I thought that I knew what I was doing. Turned out that I was wrong, so I'm moving on. Yet again. Okay. Yet again, move it over to paint when I mean sync and press other buttons. Okay. Now the intention with this is to make a situation where, there we go. Yeah, that's a start. Click on this, click on that, click on the wrong thing for the 15th time. And that. How you make a carabiner. Perhaps I could make a better carabiner. But it's very simple. So I can give it that at least. Let's give it 2 more extensions. I don't like where that is. And it looks a little bit. No, actually, if I'm gonna do it like that, I can probably do that now. But then it's not got space. Yeah. I can't be so fancy. Still, that will lock just fine, so all I need to do is just... start being fancy about it. Start doing what needs to get done. That doesn't work. Unless I buy another one. Or, I... press the wrong button entirely. Or I acquiesce one from an existent source. Yeah, probably fine. Oh, I have this, so I don't really care. There we go. There we go. And that should do the trick just fine. I see what this needs. It needs gas in it. Hello, Chris. Yodwagon. Hello, Omega. The robot can now get my pizza from the door. Well, it hasn't dropped the dish even though I looked away from it, so it should be fine. Whoop. Hey. Work with me. You don't want me to return them to those, if you don't want me to return you to those piss drinkers, do you? No? Then cooperate. There you go. Come on. Cooperate. Got this. Stop fighting me. There we go. There we go. Perfect. I'll fund the project. The project to drink piss? Composing Chris, you're a piss drinker? You're one of, wait. You're one of them orange freaks? You're a piss drinker? Look, I knew that your my failure at, the Fool's Trial was your fault, apparently, but I didn't know that was because you were a piss drinker. No, that's sad. That is a joke. Don't go randomly calling astronauts that. I don't think they'd actually be insulted by that. But I'm doing it to be funny, not actually insulting. I mean, a good thinking astronaut probably just laugh at it. But I haven't met one, so I got no idea. Hey, we got a tires upgrade. You know what this means? Look, Ma, no tires. What? I don't know any astronauts, thankfully. I'd call Bear Grylls a piss drinker as well. I got no idea what that is. I'm sure he's a just fine individual. Although, to be completely and totally honest again, I have no reference. So, putting that one up there. I'm only making that joke because that's actually a thing that astronauts kind of have to do to survive out there. Resources aren't unlimited out in the midst of space, so they actually do drink their own piss. It's filtered, so it's not like they just redirect the flow, if you know what I mean. They actually do sit down and send it through a complex system of filters, but that is an actual thing they do. They don't want you to know that, because, actually I don't think that they care if you know that, but functionally speaking, it is funny for further than that, that's it. Now my carabiner's got style. Deliver toaster. Deliver steel beam. Deliver chair. Deliver steel pipe. I want to test out the carabiner. I'm aware that the side jobs are side jobs. I do not care. I have chosen one, and I am going to go for it. Whee! Carabiner's got new life. He drinks his pee to survive. Dark times indeed. Whee! You know how long drone makers spend making something that can flip back on its right side? There we go. Carabiner's got this. Have to find the right spot. Even the music agrees. In the middle of its awesomeness. Whatever that is. I should probably turn off the music, but eh. I haven't gotten copyrighted strike by Kit yet, so we'll see what happens. Let's go! There we go. Whee! Hey. Cooperate. Thank you. Come on. Whoop. Okay. Seems like I need to return to optimal position, which is apparently straight up on this thing on occasion. Alright, right, army crawl, army crawl. Oddly enough, doing pretty well. My antenna is operating under antenna applications that do the antenna things that the antenna does. Out of my way! I got a 45-degree bend. At least $10. Okay, that's not survival, that's career choices, okay? There's a difference. One's for discovery, the other one's a life choice. Well, there's arguments there that I don't want to bring up, so I'm gonna leave it there. Anyway, I forgot to choose the next job. That one's out of range. That one's a chair. That one's a steel beam. That one's a toaster. Let's go with the chair. It's also the complete opposite direction of where I was going. Carabiner! Away! That was supposed to be a clip. How disappointing. I have countless carabiners, but I don't actually know how to spell carabiner, so I'm going to stick and misspell it. I'm going to spell carabines. Gotta be honest, I don't actually know where the name carabiner came from for carabiners. I don't think most people do. I got a problem. And that's what we call a solution. Actually put it ahead so that I can actually drive, and then let's get going. Should I quickly save carabiner? I don't know if I'd pee for discovery. A chair. This is advanced equipment. Is being used to move a chair. This is just training. If you can move a chair on Mars, you can probably move cat girls once you send them to Mars. Huh. I mean, assumably cat girl could produce cat people. So I guess it would be complex equipment. Odd way of explaining it, but it works. Is the music too loud for you guys? I mean, I seem to be catching up with the pro pretty decently, from what I can see from the 4-mic stream. Whoa. Anyway, we use trucks technically to transport chairs all the time. I mean, music is fine. Isn't head a canis lupus? Imposing crust? Nope. I got a picture of. I'm pretty sure the head of the Fallout developers crew in black and white. It just works. So it just works, man. If I call it correctly, it just works. Releases Fallout. Fallout does not work. Surprise, Pikachu face. Jesse, I never could have seen this coming. How could our invention not work? After I said it just works. There. It's within range. Whee! Raise the antenna. Improve the controls. The jankiest carabiner you've ever seen. Well, I guess I could put on a 45 and try and seal that up a little bit. We go over here. Aha! I can do such devious things as pan. 90-degree bend. Low. There's the 45-degree bend. 90-degree bend. There we go. So that's a lot more like it. So far, I've been recording for a full hour. I have discovered the plant. On guard. I can see no negative consequences onto the health of the plant for this action. This is going to go nothing but good. Good, only halfway through steam. Oh, I just buried the flippin' plant. Hey plant, did you enjoy that dirt? Was it tasty? I hope you enjoyed it. It's homemade. Secret herbs and spices and such. That plant better be grateful. Plant on Mars. Well, I mean, that is the goal. Plants consume carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide, once consumed, becomes oxygen, because that's how photosynthesis works. It doesn't actually make oxygen, it just extracts the carbon, if I understand correctly. Carbon dioxide. But anyway, one of the things instead of current photosynthesis that is carbon dioxide based is that it transfers over to oxygen. We breathe oxygen, we breathe out carbon dioxide. Plants breathe carbon dioxide, we breathe out oxygen. Symbiosis. Add enough water into that, and boom. You got a stinking survivable planet for at least a period of time. Deliver umbrella. Deliver paint. Deliver steel beam. All of these require distances that I cannot currently achieve. But I can try and... Yeah, so looking at it from... I think that the paint bucket is actually the best moderator. So, who wants to try spelling carabiner? Because I don't. Care. The incorrect letter twice. Beaner. It's sufficient. Okay, so what I'm going to do here, stinking kill all the notifications. Stupid notifications. Go over to paint. Be like, boo, boo, boo. Okay, okay. Do. No. Yes. There we go. And then I want you. Something like that. There we go. I prefer this though. Yeah, I prefer that. It'll do. It's sufficient. For this stuff. New. Okay, so if I want to aim and do many things, I do this, look for things, and find nothing. Woohoo! Okay, so current goal is roughly as tall. This looks like the tallest spot, so let's try and get there. Oh, there's mail in some place, so I'm gonna hit all the wrong buttons at the same time. Try and see if we can. There seems to be mail there, so we're gonna get mail there. You got mail. Wait, you got mail. Now. I'm just saying that Carabiner never had this problem. Look at this. Look at this. Look at what they've done to my little thing. Look at the insufficiency. The inefficiency. The gross misuse. Where is this mail? I've been told that there is mail here. Oh. There's mail to deliver donuts. So if I go to the mail sites, those are jobs to do. And then I go to other locations to do them. And then I pretend like I'm useful. Yeah, sounds about right. This is gonna be a ride. Accentuated by the fact that my car can't figure out how to sneaking kill the looping spinouts. How do you just add think? How would I just add redundant weight for the purpose of just keeping my wheels on track? Well, I mean, there's other options, like if I swap currently. I'm sure that the R button will be in a most used list on whatever computer uses most used applications after this. Whatever Windows does. Recent key usages. Skyriming up walls. We're almost there, men. We almost made it. Perhaps there'd been an easier path, but it wasn't worth taking. What the flyer is that? You know what, I'm not even going to, I'm not going to. That's just, no. Just no. I got things I'm dealing with right now. Yeah, so thanks, buddy. You enjoying yourself? Yeah? You really like ditches, don't you? You just like a good ditch, don't you? A DoorDash ditch. You're a DoorDash dick. Okay. Yep. I'm gonna go the long way. The even more long way. Wee. Worked out. I'll take that as a good sign. Stop going up the hill. Actually go down the hill. On some speed. I'm just saying, Carabiner never had this problem. Just flipping all the time and not being able to get back up. Gosh. I never should have clicked off carabiner. Okay, come on. Okay, so if we look at our new delivered jobs, donut is still secured. Active 0. Delivered donut. HVAC unit is in sight. Donut's in sight. Short steel beam is not. Deliver paint is not. This is most certainly not. That's kind of expected. I could probably land one here and it would still function. You can remove a misplaced structure with your... Not really my intention right now. That thing right now is a very useful item to be maintained. Whee! Uh-oh. You got mail. Why can't you achieve these distances? I do not know. I do not know why the card they gave me cannot achieve these distances. All jokes aside, mainly because there's not enough weight on the car itself. It keeps on flipping. You might notice again, I keep on saying, the carabiner had more weight on it, so it wouldn't spin out as bad when I actively tried to make a turn. This thing doesn't have that weight, so it keeps on spinning out severely. So I have to like lend off the gas on occasion just to make sure that I can make a turn. Although at the opposing end of it, because it's so light, it does climb very well. You got mail. And anyway, we've achieved a great distance. We've fed a plant some of the dirt. Not everyone gets to do that. Okay, so I'm planning on going up here. I think here would probably be sufficient. So... I'm gonna figure out how to drive. Like, inertia tends to keep a car upright even if it comes off the ground a little bit. You actually can see that a lot of the time when you're talking about, like, car jumps. They kind of stay in a plane for a little bit, but without that weight, it's a lot easier to affect it with things like wind resistance. But with that weight, it gets harder to climb up objects like these, or like that. Which this thing effectively take like a pretty steep incline and just go woohoo! So it's give and take. And we have a reset button, so flipping it back over is not that hard. Although it would be interesting if the weight actually would make the reset slower. You guys know where I am? Guys, where did we go? Perhaps climbing is not such an advantage in this game. Let's see where we go this time. I wonder if it's recording how many times I reset. See where we go. I kinda wanna see what's over here, so I'm not really gonna complain. Outpost discovered! Astronauts to destroy! They can't see me. They don't know the things that I'm capable of doing to them. Let's be quiet here, chat. When in doubt, cover your eyes and push the button randomly. That's a tactic. That is a tactic. I know a few friends of mine that did that for a while. They actually were pretty sufficient in certain cases. We've been discovered. They know not the fate they have escaped. Although admittedly, even if I had snuck up on them, I'd probably just end up on my back again. Away! How much coffee do I have left? I have what will be referred to as an insufficient supply. 9:50? Yeah, I'm about to run out of time. That's annoying. So I just opened up my stinking monster. Okay, that's... As you can see, I'm a man of common sense. When I don't need to drink my monster, I drink it anyway, even though I don't really have an extensive supply because my mind just blatantly forgot there were other things that monster could be used for. Gosh, gooprich. Hello, darkness, my old friend. Hey, I didn't flip. But I still need to go right back up there. It's time for... Watch that climb! Where am I on the map? Yeah. If I can have some height, that actually probably would help. Physics be darned. You know, I'm streaming, I don't care. Physics be damned. Up this hill we go. Obstruction. Of justice, this cannot be. kind of like it being there. Down we go. Ha ha ha. Aww. Too close to the station. Blah 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 blah. Don't kill humans. Stupid laser creator thing, old Bob. No freedom in this game. I thought I was in America. Apparently, my my drone seems to have desired the somersaults. It had a bad case to do the somersaults. Ease, news, lies, ow. Okay, so as you can see, I made great use of my 3 towers. This one, this one. I'm gonna need another one. So, let's get back to it. And if we could get it up there, that probably is the optimum. I keep on complaining. There is a solution. It was not a mistake, my dear friend. Only an acknowledgement of the limitation. go over here and I go... Oh wait. There we go. Check the maps. That should do the trick. There should be no undiscovered spaces. I have 5 contracts to complete, including a microwave, paint, and an umbrella. And currently making sucky noises. That's currently what I'm doing. Let's see, what do we got here? Paint. I think paint could use a carabiner. Oh, face fast travels up. I keep on complaining. Oh wait. Probably not the wisest idea to redesign while moving. Mayhaps it will function, mayhaps it will not. Okay, so... let's see. I don't know if these can actively add, like, some weight. Guys, we might have run out of time right there. And by that I mean we did run out of time right there, but we got a lot done. I'm gonna finish trying to redesign this thing real quick, and then I'm gonna probably start up the saving and quitting process. I only got 2 of these spare, so we're gonna try and use that to my advantage. Okay, and then what we do is we go... okay. Go over to paint. Okay. Alright, this is the paint that I want. There we go. And then we go back over here. We'll call this the restabilizer. This thing's whole job doesn't work if I do it like that, so I'm not doing it like that. Is there a way to, like, snap? Like, if I... whatever. Okay, we go here, we go to this guy. Sure. Close. Not ready yet for anything real, but should be sufficient. With just the littlest bit of forethought. Okay. So, perhaps a little bit less forethought. Good to produce. A better result. And that is not even. Unfortunately, I do not have a loose bearing, so I can't reattach these. But I can pretend to. Oh yeah, there's these things. I don't think one's going to be useful, but if we need a few, that might at the least can be helpful. Anyway, there we go. It's a radiometer. No, that's a bad idea. I thought about it. That's a bad idea. It's one of them bad ideas. The no repeatsies, you know? Okay. Then go over here where there is very clearly an ability to sit down and just add suspension. And do just that. Change color to something that's a little bit more appropriate for why I'm doing this. Okay, we go back over here. We got these back. Why not use them? Okay, that's good. Okay. One of those I did not mean to delete. One of those was a meanie teeny. Whoa, 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 whoa. Perhaps scallion. There we go. Can I do the mission real quick? Lunchtime, I must vanish. Well, Steampunkwagen has vanished. He hath abandoned us. And to be blatantly honest, now that I've seen my creation, I don't really blame him. Mayhaps he made the correct choice. Why do I do these things to myself? I say that, yet still there is no one else to blame. So fun. Okay. Let's see, are those two lined up? In a manner of speaking. With the 45-degree blend, let's get a second one. Let's just forget which button goes where. And let's just buy enough of these that I can actually figure out how far we're talking here. Ooh. Ooh. I think that it was not a 45-degree bend. What thing is this? A 30-degree bend. Seems a little bit more correct. Not quite. Okay. Okay, so if we are to check the clipboard. Mayhaps that one? Not a mayhapses. To be honest, I don't think I'm gonna get an answer. That's how I should do it. So do that. Okay, so that's yeah. I'm probably gonna have to put out some. One looks almost right. Ah, not really. Can this at least function? Yeah. I'm gonna sit down and say that this is about it. Thank you anyone who decided to watch for watching. And a few more thanks for Wade. Actually, just gonna... Anybody who decides to watch the stream, or not the stream, anybody who wants to... I don't know. Anybody scream? Like or dislike as you will. If you subscribe, welcome to the ride. This is about where I'm gonna cut off the stream. Don't die, it's no fun. And thank you anyone who is watching for watching, because this all is a little bit ridiculous. And I'm grateful for the views. That's an intriguing idea. Can't fully spin out without the actual input to do it. Very easy to adjust. Yeah. I can make it spin out, but it's not gonna do it naturally. That's all I want. Goodbye. Okay, that was nice. I'm going to put out on that. Stop the screaming.